Welcome one and all, Nyanko here, and today I am here to talk about a two-part book series by Renee Ahdieh. I can't pronounce her name. This lady here. So the books are called Flame in the Mist and Smoke in the Sun. Okay, and I'll read you the synopsis for both of them, and then I'm going to talk about both of them because I've read them both and I decided instead of making two-part video, I'll just put them together. Okay, so the first one, Flame in the Mist, the blurb is basically: the only daughter of a prominent samurai, Mariko, has always known she's been raised for one purpose and one purpose only: to marry. Never mind her cunning, which rivals that of her twin brother Kenshin, or her skills as an accomplished alchemist. Since Mariko was not born a boy, her fate was sealed the moment she drew her first breath. So at just 17 years old, Mariko is sent to the Imperial Palace to meet her betrothed, a man she did not choose, for the very first time. But the journey is cut short when Mariko's convoy is viciously attacked by the Black Clan, a dangerous group of bandits who've been hired to kill Mariko before she reaches the palace. The lone survivor, Mariko narrowly escapes to the woods where she plots her revenge dressed as a peasant boy. She sets out to infiltrate the Black Clan and hunt down the one responsible for the target on her back. Once she's within their ranks, though, Mariko finds, for the first time, she's appreciated for her intellect and abilities. She even finds herself falling in love, a love that will force her to question everything she's ever known about her family, her purpose, and her deepest desires. So yeah, that's the first one, Flame in the Mist. It's a really good read, actually. So I read it probably it was before COVID, so 2019 is when I first read it. I borrowed the book off my sibling and devoured it. Was like, oh my god, is there more? And then had to wait for the next part to come out. Which it didn't take too long, and then I did eventually get to read that. But first off, we're going to talk about this one. So Mariko is actually a really good character. She's very stubborn. She's really defiant within the realms of how she can defy. So she knows she can't defy her father when it comes to this marriage. And now she's married to the eldest son of the emperor, but he's not the crown prince. So I think the eldest was born from a concubine, and then the younger brother was born from the queen, or the empress. And there's more going on than meets the eye. So in the beginning, you meet Mariko and you're like, okay. She's very smart. She's very cunning. She's very, I don't want to do this, but I have to out of, honour to my family. But she tries to find ways around it and ways of being defiant. So she decides who her first time will be with. And she decides that it will not be her betrothed, as kind of a middle finger to her father, and it's going to be the stable boy that she has a crush on, which is quite interesting. And then as she's on her way to, as she's on her way to the capital, her convoy gets attacked. She then fights to the death, basically with her assassin. And then she realises that this is her best chance, as if she makes everyone believe that she's dead. So she cuts her hair short, ties it up into like a little bob bun thing, and steals some clothes and pretends to be a peasant boy, who then, again, runs into the Black Clan, starts infiltrating them with the whole purpose of just finding out who her attempted murderer is. And then that's how she meets Okami, who is... Why am I doing that? I'm not going to have pictures, it's a book series. So then she meets Okami, who is the main leader of the... Well, he's not the leader. There's a leader, and then there's Okami, who's kind of like the lone wolf. And he's implied to have magic and no sorcery. So again, it's kind of... a bit of a magical fantasy twist on like historical events, or like on a historical event that could have very very very, very blah, blah, blah. Which happened all the time in Japan and in China, you know. There was political marriages, there was backstabbing, you know, there was murder because the queen didn't want this particular person to marry into the family because she would lose some of her power, or he would lose, or, you know, the emperor might be afraid of his son having a wife with a strong family connection. So, you know, and then a lot of the time the emperor would make his son marry someone with a strong family because he wanted to keep that family subservient to him. And if he had their daughter, he could be like, okay, you're going to rebel against me, I'll behead your child. You know, implications of don't betray me because, you know, family relationships, which is grand, and all. But, oh, hello, someone's scratching at the door. Which is grand. And that's something that really heavily plays into, like, Flame in the Mist, is you've got Mariko desperately trying to find answers. You've got the brewing in the background of what actually is going on. And then it all kind of comes to a head at the end of the book, which then leaves you on a cliffhanger for the second part of the book. But at the time, I don't know, do I want to spoil? So yeah, basically, events happen throughout the course of the book that bring Mariko and Okami very close, and make Mariko fall in love with Okami. And then the end of the book happens, and Mariko makes a big decision in terms of trying to keep the Black Clan safe, because she realises the Black Clan aren't the ones to blame, they're being used as the patsies in a bigger game. So yeah, the book ends there, and you're left on this cliffhanger of, oh my god, what's going to happen? Oh no, oh no, oh no. And then Smoke in the Sun happens, and then you go into the second part of the story. So I will read you the synopsis for Smoke in the Sun. So, after Okami is captured in the Dukai forest, Mariko has no choice. To rescue him, she must return to Inako and face the dangers that have been waiting for her in the Heian castle. She tricks her brother Kenshin and betrothed Raiden into thinking she was being held by the Black Clan against her will, playing the part of the dutiful bride-to-be to infiltrate the Emperor's ranks and uncover the truth behind the betrayal that almost left her dead. With the wedding plans already underway, Mariko pretends to be consumed with her upcoming nuptials, and while using her royal standing to peel back the layers of lies and deceptions surrounding the imperial court. But each secret she unfurls gives way to the next, ensnaring Mariko and Okami in a political scheme that threatens their honour, their love, and the safety of the empire. So yeah, that's the synopsis for Smoke in the Sun. So again, you have Mariko using her wits and her smarts and all the skills she actually learnt in the first book to her advantage in the second one, while also trying to use, like, seduction for the first time. Now, she does become very fond of Raiden, who is the first prince, but not the crown prince. And then you also find out, like, the love between him and his younger brother, and you find out that it's actually, like, the queen or the empress who's been, like, pulling the strings and trying to pit brother against brother from the get-go. Now, I want to reread these books, actually, because just there's so much happening in it that you could probably read them 2 or 3 times and you'd pick up on new things each read through. But yeah, like, Mariko is really headstrong. You know, she's playing her part really well, while also trying to save Okami and trying to break him out of prison, because he is her true love, basically. And then you've got Raiden kind of, like, figuring it out, and then you find out who Okami is, really. And then you have the queen playing her games in the background, and, you know, it's, oh, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil or leave any spoilers, but, like, the way she ends the book is absolutely amazing. It ties everything up nicely. You get everything you want to happen out of it. There are some really sad parts. I'm not going to go into those because it's kind of a major plot point spoiler. But, you know, yeah, everybody gets, well, not everybody gets a happy ending, but most people get a good ending. How do I want to... okay. I'm desperately trying not to spoil anything for people, because I really want you to go and read the books and see for yourself. This is where probably having a script would play in, but I never like stick to my scripts whenever I try to write them, so there's no point. Okay, give me a second here. Okay, so Marika, badass, epic lady, really breaks the mold for like her time period. Absolutely love her. Her brother Kenshin is very duty bound, and in the beginning very like stern and duty bound, and I must do my duty for my you know, my emperor. And then he slowly starts to change through the books as well, starts to question things, starts to be like, Then you've got Raiden, and you've got the Crown Prince, and I forget the Crown Prince's name. What's his name? I'll put it there anyway if I remember. You've also got, you know, the Black Clan. You've got Okami. You've got the cook. You've got, like, all of her friends that she makes. I can't remember everybody's name, and that's really bad because I really like this book, but I'm terrible with names, as we all know. You know, you have the intrigue playing out between, you know, will Marika follow through with the marriage to Raiden, or will she follow her heart and be with Okami? And then you find out who Okami is, and you're like, yeah, okay. Yeah, that works too. Yeah, I'm good with that. You know, the queen in the background pulling her strings and trying to manipulate all the power for herself is really good. Her aides, and then the way you see with the young prince, how she's like trying to manipulate him in the background, you know, to pit brother against brother because she wants no one else to be able to take the throne. And technically, through Raiden marrying Mariko, if they have a child before the Crown Prince has a child, marries and has a child, and he's too young at this point, then their child is next in line for the throne. So in that sense, if anybody wanted to side with Raiden's faction, all they'd have to do is murder the Crown Prince, and then their child and Raiden are first in line for the throne. You know, so all this intrigue and like politicalness in the background, and you're going, ooh. And to be fair, I didn't see a lot of the twists and turns coming. There was some that I was like, yeah, okay, I know where this is gonna go. But then there was other ones where you were like, did that just happen? Did it? Oh my god, it did. Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you did there. Which, again, it was just such a good series. So as far as I'm aware, there's only 2 books in the story. She's very good at writing 2-parters, actually. She's got another 2-parter series that I want to read when I can get my hands on them. At the moment, I currently have a 70-book backlog to get through. I keep adding more to that by buying more books. So yeah, I think I'm going to just have to go like on a hiatus from doing anything for like months on end and just read through my backlog of books or get better at managing my time, either or. But no, Smoke in the Sun and Flame in the Mist. Get them both. Read them both if you haven't already. They are amazing. They just suck you in. The writing is really easy to follow. It's not complicated in the sense of like jumping from perspective to perspective. She's very good at letting you know when the perspective is changing from character to character. I'm looking at you, Log Horizon, who threw me for a loop whenever I read the light novels because I couldn't figure out who was who for like 10 minutes while I was reading. You know, it's easy to read in the sense of it's got a really good flow. It really like sucks you in, and you can pick it up and put it down whenever and wherever you want, really. But to be fair, I didn't want to. I just wanted to sit there and read the book, so I did. It was one of the ones that I binge read. I like books like that though, where they're like, no, I just cannot put this down. Everything else can wait. I must read this book. And for me, Flame in the Mist, Smoke in the Sun was that kind of series. It was just, you pick it up, you started with the first couple of pages and suddenly you were halfway through the book and you were going, oh, I may as well finish it now. And then you were left wanting more, just because the second one hadn't been out at that point. So I tortured myself waiting for it. I actually had it on Amazon on my wish list. Not my wish list, on my, like, in the cart, waiting for it to announce that it had come out. Because I was like, I need this, I need this, I need this. Yeah, it's on Amazon. It's about €9 on Amazon. It's about £8 if you're in the UK. I think dollar-wise, it's probably about $10. I wouldn't know. I don't usually buy books from America these days, unless it's out of print manga that I desperately want my hands on. I'm looking at you, Maid Slammer. Yeah. But yeah, Flame in the Mist as well is about €8, £7. Around that, I think. One second, I can check. So yeah, the paperback for Smoke in the Sun is £8. It's about €9. The hardcover is £14, but I think you have to get that used because I don't think they've got that in stock. Let me check on. Yeah, Flame in the Mist. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, so that's £7. So about €8. Yeah, I mean, dirt cheap to pick up. You could probably pick them up even cheaper if you went on like eBay, but like I really like this author, so I would recommend that Eason's Book Depository, Amazon, like buy it first hand just to give the author the extra like sales and the credits so that we can support her in bringing up more book series that are really good. I will get my hands on her next set of like her previous series before this one because I want to read that and see how it goes, just because I really enjoyed her writing style, so for me it was great. Ooh, there may be a spin-off. One second. Oh, okay, there is a short story for Okami. I didn't know this. Maybe I should have my research before I did the recording. So yeah, apparently it's the first of 2 free short stories set between Flame in the Mist and the sequel Smoke in the Sun. Ooh, I can get it on Kindle for free. Too bad I don't have a Kindle. I might have to go get myself a Kindle. So yeah, okay. So there's Flame in the Mist, Smoke in the Sun. Then you've got Okami, which is a short kind of bridge story between the two, which must have come out later, which I didn't know about, but I am definitely going to go and read that. Or maybe it didn't. Maybe it did come out between the two and I just didn't know about it. I can never tell with books and stuff. But yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go read that now and reread the other two. But yeah, okay, so the series of books is amazing. The author is a great writer. It's really compelling. Strong female character, strong male characters, you know. I couldn't find too many plot points, like plot holes in it. If it felt like there was one, there was then like a way of rounding it off towards the end that like brought it full circle and you were like, oh, okay, that wasn't a plot hole, it was just a plot device for later on that we didn't know about at the time. So yeah, I would definitely recommend you go read it. Like I said, try and support the author firsthand. It is cheaper on Kindle editions as well if you have a Kindle and you don't want to buy the book. For certain things I'm like, yeah, okay, I got this from a charity shop. Other things I'm like, okay, this read sounds really good, and then I'll start with like looking at the first page or so in a bookshop and I'm like, okay, no, I want to support this author and I'll take the book. And I mean, take a risk on that, but then again, take a risk with anything really. But no, let me know if you have read any of the Flame in the Mist series, or if you go and read it because I've recommended it. Again, let me know down below what you thought, if you liked the book, if you didn't like the book. Talk to me about it, guys. But yeah, other than that, take very good care of yourselves, my dears. Water, food, tablets if you have to take them. Look after yourselves. Best care of yourselves, because you are the only one who can, you know. I love you all, my dears. I will see you next time. Au revoir.